What's going on YouTube? Ben here, Player.net, and today we're taking a look at the Nanoxia, however you pronounce it, Deep Silence 3. Now it says this is a next generation PC kit, and obviously, as the name would suggest, it's designed for silent operation. On what I would call the front of the box, I guess, as you can see here, there is a nice little image of, what is it, the inside of the case. Yeah, that'd be where you set the motherboard and all that stuff. And it just lets us know how much room we have. As you can see, we have 345 mil between here, and then there's 430 here, but for graphics cards and all that type of thing. It's probably a bit hard to see in this video, but if you can see all these little points around here, it's mentioning all the stuff on the case. Like for instance, we have 120 mil fan right here in the back. We have 2 times USB 3.0, 1 USB 2.0, and HD audio ports on our front I/O panel that looks like it should be on the top right here. Coming down to the bottom, we have a secondary hard disk drive cage mounting rail. So it's quite nice. I mean, as I said, if you look around, there's a lot of pointers on the box to let us know some of the features that the Deep Silence 3 features, which is always, I mean, it's always nice to know what we're getting ourselves into. Moving around the box, on the side of it, we can kind of see a bit of a little spec list, more detailed. Sure, it doesn't point out to the picture, obviously. Also lets us know it comes in 2 colors. We have the black version ourselves, and the spec list is in English, Dutch, and French, which is always nice to have a couple different languages in there. Make sure we cover all our bases. Well, I guess this could be the front or the back. It all depends on how you look at it. This is probably meant to be the front, I would say. There's a nice outline diagram of the case itself. We, of course, have our branding across the top. It lets us know to turn on our German engineering. Can't fault German engineering, can we? I say the ultra silent 3 fans, low temperatures, modular hard disk drive cage, 2 times fan control, and there's 2 USB 3.0 ports right on the case itself. So those are sure to come in handy, and we'll put those to good use. I'm going to go ahead and get the case out of the box and give you guys a bit better look around the case itself. Alright, so here we have the front of the case, as you can see. It's very stylish, nice black finish to it. And when you first get it, there are of course a couple of little plastic protectors here to prevent this from getting scratched. I went ahead and removed those so we could take a quick look. Opening up the top flap here, or top panel, as you can see, there's nice foam padding there to help keep down with noise. And we have 3 5.25 inch bays. And one of the things I feel is real nice is it's real easy to remove these. You just click that open and boom, it comes out. Putting them back in is can be a little bit trickier depending on how you do it, but for the most part, they just clip back in fairly easy. It's not too bad. We have here what I would imagine to be our reset button. And as mentioned, it does come with the 2 fan controllers, which you can find here. They have a bit of a slide switch on them to go from low to high, so that's always helpful. You need a little bit of extra cooling, or you want to turn the fans down to try to keep it more quiet. And I mean, that's pretty much it for the front of the case itself. Moving on to the front panel, the I/O panel on the top here, we of course have our headphone and mic jacks, our power button, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and a USB 2.0 port to make sure we can get all our devices connected as easy as possible. Alright, having a look inside the case itself, one of the first things I always do is I look for the little accessory pack. Now it was zip tied up here. I've gone ahead and removed that. And of course there's going to be some screws and some whatnot in there to help make sure installing our hardware in this case is as easy as possible. I'm not going to show you these now, but they will be. I will take a picture of what's in here for the review. So to make sure to check that out on Player.net when it's live. Next thing we'll notice, of course, is this big bunch of wires right in the middle. Yeah, we know, that's how they always come, but it appears to me that this case, as you can see by all the rubber grommets and holes here and cutouts, that there should be enough cable management to where we can hide all these. So I mean, that's easy enough. We of course have our USB 3, front audio, USB 2, then a bunch of different fan connectors here, so we can go ahead and make the most out of the included fan controllers that we've noticed on the front. We of course have 3 5.25-inch optical drive bays. We have 3 2.5-inch SSD, or you could even put laptop hard drives in there if you wanted, bays. And then there's, what we got, 5, either 4, yeah, we got 5 3.5-inch hard drive bays to make sure we got enough storage and everything. As you can see here, well, you might not be able to see, but one of the things that's nice is, while they haven't gone ahead and included the standoffs already installed on the motherboard, they have taken some of the guesswork out for you, and you probably can't see it, but up here it says A ATX or B MATX, and then next to all these holes it'll either say A, B, A, or B, so you know which ones you need depending on the type of motherboard you're installing. That comes good for people that don't install a lot of motherboards. It just takes the guesswork out, makes installation a lot easier. We of course also have our cutout for easy CPU installation. There is the one included fan at the back here. Has nice green fins on it that I'll take a picture of later and let you guys see. And I mean, that's it. We of course have room for our bottom mounted PSU. We have, if I remember, some sort of mount here for another hard disk drive cage if we need, or you can actually take that out, but we'll look at that again in a bit. And we of course have our 7 PCI expansion slots here, right here. They've all got the nice vented covers on the back to help let a bit of air flow through, but not too much dust. They've all got the nice thumb screws on there, so after you unscrew them the first time, you can just use your thumb. You don't always need to get the screwdriver out every time. That's pretty much it for the inside of it. We're going to go ahead and take a look from the back in just a moment. Alright, taking a look at the back, and we can of course notice the back of our included fan that we mentioned, the 7 PCI slots that we mentioned. There's also a bit of room, a couple more vents here to let a little bit more airflow through. There's also 4 holes here for water cooling tubes and whatnot to make sure that we can get whatever type of cooling in the Deep Silence 3 that we want. It's always a nice touch. A lot of cases only have the 2 holes towards the top, but they've decided to include 2 more down here just to give us that much more option. It's always a nice touch. We of course have the cutout for our bottom mounted power supply, which of course also has the included fan filter, which just, as you can see, slides in and slides out real easy. Of course is, while I've already taken the other 2 out to get inside the case, we of course have our easy access thumb screws here, so we can take off our side panels. And speaking of our side panels, you just bear with me a moment. They are both covered, well, they both have noise dampers, noise protection on them to help ensure that this case stays as cool as it can. Now that is pretty much it for the video look at the case. I will of course take a few more pictures of things and let you guys see what the bottom and the top of the case looks like and whatnot, and that'll all be a part of the written review. So please, again, check back for that on the player.net website when it's live. I'll of course post a link down in the description below. Yeah, like I said, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions about the case, please let me know and I will do my best to answer your questions. Thank you.